Hi there, my name is Karen and I make videos about my journey to become a musician and a songwriter. This November I turned 28 on the 28th, so I thought it'd be fun to make a video about all the things I've learned so far as an aspiring musician. Most of these things I had to learn the hard way, so hopefully this video will help you a bit in your journey too. The first one to me is already one of the most important things that I've learned, which is you can start over in life at any given time. Even when it feels like it's too late, it's not. You can start over. It's okay to have a job that isn't related to music at all, but gives you the freedom and stability to still make music. Though I do hope that someday I'll be able to make a living with just music. Your boss generally doesn't care about you, so don't feel guilty about setting boundaries to protect your own peace, even if they try to guilt trip you. Which probably they will. You can't please everyone. And I'm saying that as a notorious people pleaser. Whatever you do, there will always be people who don't like it. But that's not your problem, it's theirs. Not being good at something is okay. You first have to be bad at something before getting better. Making anything, good or bad, is more important than trying to perfect one thing. A song, for example, will never feel good enough, so it's good to know when to just put something out instead of going over it over and over again and never finishing anything. Not a single person who is confident or happy with themselves will judge another person for trying something new. Whether it's performing or taking dance classes or learning how to play electric guitar, only people who are unhappy or feel insecure judge other people for trying. It's difficult to be proud of your baby steps because usually it's not a tangible achievement, but that makes it all the more important to celebrate those baby steps. Small changes in your routine are the key to changing your life completely. For example, practicing only a few minutes a day makes a big difference over time. Every time you do something that scares you, whether it's posting a video or performing live, it gets easier and less scary. Anxiety and excitement have the same effects on the body. Only our association determines which one we perceive it as. Which means that, for example, if you're anxious about a performance, you can shift that anxiety into excitement, making it a lot less scary. A random thing I learned recently is that you can mute the second string when playing a G chord. You can mute it with the finger that's going on the first string, like this, and then the chord will sound much clearer. Now, if I were to play a G chord the way I normally play it, it would be like this. Which is still fine, but I do think for recordings, the one with the muted second string is nicer and clearer. I'm first gonna play it how I would usually play it, and then after that I'm gonna play it with the muted string. Or this sounds so obvious, but making music and making art in general is about self-expression and having fun. It's not about winning awards. I used to think that winning a Grammy was the ultimate symbol of a successful artist. Now I believe that having the freedom to bring your creative ideas to life is true success. I also don't want my happiness and contentment to be dependent on a bunch of people that I don't know. Though of course, it would be really cool to one day win a Grammy. I'm just not letting that goal control my life and my mental well-being anymore. Learning how to play the violin is terribly difficult, but I'm not gonna quit. It's always worth it to keep practicing, even or especially when you feel like you'll never be good at it. You will be if you keep practicing. Starting a YouTube channel about the thing that you want to get better at is a great incentive, as long as it doesn't stress you out, of course. Which brings me to the next point. Checking your analytics on YouTube every minute doesn't change anything. It only causes anxiety. Taking breaks and resting is productive and necessary. It's an investment in yourself. Having a hobby that is free from expectations and deadlines is a lifesaver for my mental health. I love making music, but I also want to make a career out of it. So I needed a hobby that is free from any kind of pressure. For me, that hobby is knitting. Something else I learned is that I need to have time limits on apps like TikTok or Instagram. I've spent so many hours doom scrolling that I could have spent making music or at least genuinely relaxing. This one is for my fellow girlies. There is no beauty trend or beauty ideal that's worth the energy you would otherwise put into your passions. I've spent years fussing over my looks, so much that I didn't even have the energy to pick up my guitar. And I can honestly tell you, it's not worth it. You are so much more than what any beauty trends could ever promise you. Comparing your works to that of other people only leads to feeling like none of what you make is good enough. You can of course take inspiration from others and learn from them, but comparison truly is the thief of joy. Stressing about situations or events that haven't happened yet costs more energy than the actual situation or event ever will. Surround yourself with people who believe in you and support your dreams. Having a dream in this world is already an act of bravery, so don't let other people make it more difficult for you. I'm lucky enough to say that I've found friends who truly support me unconditionally. Being able to be vulnerable and sensitive is a superpower, especially as an artist. It's how people relate to you and find comfort in knowing that they're not alone. I love music and I love expressing myself through music. That is and should always be the most important reason to me for making music. Your 20s are about self-discovery, learning who you are and what you want in life, meaning that you don't have to have it all figured out yet. I don't know where this road is going to take me, but I'm excited to find out. This year has been one of many life lessons, but I had a lot of fun learning and growing, regardless of the growing pains that come with it. I'm excited to see what the next year is going to bring, but I'm sure it can only get better. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't yet, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Take good care of yourself and have a lovely day. Bye!